Once upon a time, in a small town, there lived a boy named Waltney. His eyes always shone with light, and his heart was filled with endless curiosity and imagination. While other children played around him, Waltney constantly drew and poured his dreams onto paper. For him, a pencil was not only for writing but for creating new worlds. When others saw trees, the sky, or houses, Waltney could see the hidden stories between them. Waltney's favorite thing was drawing. Once he held a pencil, the blank pages of his notebook quickly filled with fairy tale characters, talking animals, and magical kingdoms. But it wasn't just drawing. In his mind, there were worlds no one had ever seen and stories no one had ever heard. Waltney's family was not wealthy. His father left early for work, and his mother worked hard to take care of the house. Yet both his mother and father always supported Waltney's dreams and encouraged him to write and draw new stories. One day, his teacher scolded him at school. "Waltney, you're always drawing your dreams in your notebook. It's distracting you from your lessons." Waltney looked at his teacher and said, "My mother and father say that the world is changed by those who dream, and my dreams will change the world." The teacher was silent at first because those words were unexpectedly brave and strong for a child. One day, Waltney's father gave him an old cardboard box. For most children, it was an ordinary box, but for Waltney, it could be a palace, a ship, or even a rocket to the sky. His siblings laughed and asked, "What will you do with that big box?" Waltney smiled. "What will I do? I'll fill it with my dreams." And he truly did. He drew windows on the box, added doors, and decorated the inside with colors. Soon, the box became the most magical playground for all the children in the town. But Waltney had a bigger desire: to show people the power of dreams. One day, he wanted to create things that would make not only his friends but the whole world laugh, think, and feel hope. There was another surprise in Waltney's home: a small, mischievous little mouse. It was a constant guest in the kitchen, nibbling cheese every night and driving his mother crazy. "That mouse again," his mother shouted. "It never gives us peace." But Waltney didn't mind the mouse. He saw something different in its clever eyes and lively movements. One evening, watching the mouse, he smiled. "I'll give you a name. Mickey. From now on, your name is Mickey." From that day, Waltney secretly left food for Mickey: a tiny piece of cheese, a bit of bread. It was hidden from his mother, but this friendship was very special to Waltney because Mickey had become his best friend and the first hero of his dreams. He now drew Mickey in his notebooks, sending the little mouse on different adventures. Waltney's imagination grew stronger every day. One summer, the town held a small festival. Children showcased their games, and adults opened stalls. Waltney wanted to participate too, but what he would show was neither singing nor dancing. He made a small puppet theater from a cardboard box, a few crayons, and drawings of Mickey. He sat the children in front of him and told them Mickey's adventures. Sometimes Mickey chased treasures. Sometimes he got lost in the forest. Every adventure was watched with laughter and curious eyes. When the show ended, everyone applauded. Even the oldest woman in town smiled and said, This child will make the world laugh one day. Life was not easy, of course. Waltney's family struggled financially. Sometimes he ran out of paint or paper. But that didn't stop him. He drew on walls, the ground, and even in the snow. His siblings didn't understand his persistence. Why are you always chasing dreams? Don't you see real life? But Waltney's answer was ready. Real life becomes beautiful with dreams. Days passed, and Waltney grew up. He and his older brother Ray set up a small studio. And of course, there was Mickey. Mickey was no longer just a little kitchen guest but a symbol of the dream world Waltney had created. Together, their drawings started reaching far beyond the town's borders. And this was just the beginning. Waltney had many more dreams and heroes in his mind. People found hope, laughter, and sometimes tears in his stories. Waltney remembered his parents' words. The world is changed by those who dream. And it was true. Waltney's dreams no longer fit in notebooks. They inspired people. One night, while looking at the stars from the window, Waltney thought of Mickey. He realized that the friendship that began with a tiny mouse had actually opened the doors to a big world. He whispered, "Thank you, Mickey. You weren't just a friend, but the first hero of my dreams." From that moment on, Waltney decided to dream not only for himself but for everyone. Because he knew, a dream starts in a child's heart but can grow big enough to change the world.